This video is part of a professional learning toolkit, which is based on the What Works Clearinghouse Practice Guide, Improving Reading Comprehension in Kindergarten through 3rd grade. You will learn about one of the 6 evidence-based comprehension strategies shown to impact reading comprehension as defined in the practice guide. This video highlights the comprehension strategy, questioning. Have you ever read a book that you can't put down? Often there is something intriguing about a book that keeps you wondering and thus questioning. When students use the reading strategy questioning, they engage more deeply with and better understand the text. The practice guide explains that when questioning, students develop and attempt to answer questions about the important ideas in the text as they read. According to the practice guide, good readers ask questions to engage more deeply and better understand what is happening in the text. They may ask questions such as who or where, or other question stems such as what, how, or why that help them engage in deeper thinking and, subsequently, deeper engagement while reading. Asking questions is an intentional mental practice that requires active thinking. While asking questions, students must think beyond the words on the page, which promotes a deeper level of understanding. Asking questions is a research-based strategy shown to increase reading comprehension with both narrative and informational texts. It is important to emphasize the importance of asking questions while reading and also emphasize that there are various types of questions. For example, on-the-surface questions focus on the content of the text, including, for example, who, what, where, when, and how. Under-the-surface questions require deeper analysis, interpretation, or predictions, and may include critical analysis or evaluation of a text. All kinds of questions are important to reading comprehension, and as teachers, we should encourage moving beyond surface questions into under-the-surface, deeper questions as we dive into texts. There are a few activities for supporting students to question in the practice guide on page 12. These activities can help support you in practicing these strategies with your students. Here is another way, beyond the activities outlined in the practice guide, to engage your students in the strategy of questioning. This activity is called Let's Take a Dive, and it will give students more practice in questioning. First, explain the importance of questioning as a strategy. Explain that many questions begin with who, what, where, when, why, and how. Elaborate on how those stems can prompt different levels of thinking and engagement with the text, which can help with reading comprehension and make reading more fun. First, explain the importance of questioning as a strategy that good readers do while they are reading to help them understand the text. Put each question stem on a whiteboard or a poster that represents the ocean. On-the-surface questions might include who, what, when, what happened or what did they do? Under-the-surface questions might include why did they do that? How did it happen? What was the cause? Or how was the problem solved? Explain you can use question stems to understand the text as you are reading. Then, choose a new text and read it through one time, modeling and thinking aloud while asking and answering on-the-surface questions. The next day, read the text a second time, modeling, asking, and answering under-the-surface questions. Explain how you might use those various question stems at varying levels to prompt your thinking based on question stems. These activities should be done as a whole class at first. Then, support students to work in pairs and then to work independently. This process models a gradual release of responsibility, which allows students to develop and hone their understanding of the strategy before demonstrating it independently. Questioning can be used independently or combined with other strategies. In fact, it is a fundamental strategy for leveraging other reading strategies such as monitoring, clarifying, and fixing up, which you can find in other videos as part of this toolkit. As students ask questions, they become more active readers. Engaged readers find text intriguing and exciting. Questioning invites students to explore a world of more complex texts and ideas.